Okay. Lord Metatron, I ask to be taken to the next level. I ask for divine protection in all that I do. I ask for my abundance to be brought forward to me. I ask for all my karma to be cleared, and I ask for my prayers to be answered. I ask for my meditation to be successful. I ask to be led in the right direction. May I have the synchronicities that I may join with my own whole group and be raised to the higher level. I ask that I be pointed in the right direction, to eat the right things, drink the right things, speak the right way, and act according to my design, that the plans of the heavenly hierarchy are fulfilled. I ask that my abundance benefits others, but my action and my actions speak louder than my words. But that my words are pure, sweet, and enjoyable. I ask to be taken to uh, my place in the galactic council, and that I am worthy, and the husk of negativity is taken away. I ask that all that I say and do is in alignment with divine will, that I become my divine self, so I may walk forward into my mission, and that I have the energy, strength, and power to fulfill my mission. I ask that my active and passive side join together in my Merkaba, and that I am fully emancipated. Now, with your Kaba activated, we shall do the violet flame. I am the violet flame. I am the violet flame. In action in me now, I am the violet flame. To light alone I bow. I am the violet flame. In mighty cosmic power, I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame, blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power, freeing everyone. I am the violet flame. I am the violet flame. In action in me now, I am the violet flame. To light alone I bow. I am the violet flame. In mighty cosmic power, I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame, blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power, freeing everyone. I am the violet flame. I am the violet flame. In action in me now, I am the violet flame. To light alone I bow. I am the violet flame. In mighty cosmic power, I am the light of God shining every hour. I am the violet flame blazing like a sun. I am God's sacred power freeing everyone.
Amen. I am Archangel Metatron, the angelic presence that encompasses the universe. Do not worry, do not fear, do not hold onto anything of the world. Feel the power of the ascension upon you now as everything expands and the new generations open up to the next understanding of the transformation of mankind. This next stage is of wonder, is of joy, is of burning away everything that cannot survive the Christed fire. Center yourself within this now and let go of the husk of negativity. Let go of everything that is holding you back from your divine joy, from your divine fun, from your potential, from the way that everything will maneuver through the ring past not just now. This is happening. This is a pivot point. It is a transformation that is happening. It is a realization of the next stage of humanity, of the next stage of you becoming a galactic race of people, of you understanding your connection to the Galactic Council. Center yourself within this now as you open your hearts, as you open up in joy, and as you allow everything to fall off that is not of your butterfly wings. You're letting go of the chrysalis. You're letting go of everything that does not serve you. You're opening up to the new generations over and over again, purifying, transforming, evolving into the next level of humanity. You are the next level of humanity, this next point, and each point changes and transforms. We are here in this gathering today to say to you, everything that is happening is natural. Everything that is happening is divine. And as you tap into your divine Merkaba, you're tapping into the natural wonder of the higher and the lower merging, always backwards and forwards flowing, ebbing and flowing, evolving, transforming. Your Merkaba is a natural structure. This is an important point. There have been many that have said that it is something you need to build, something you need to construct, something that is artificial. But we would say to you, it is not artificial. It is the most natural thing that there is. It is the mechanism of the 0 point, the mechanism of God, the mechanism of the transformation from spirit and eternity to the physical world as you manifest over and over again in many different bodies at many different times, moving through your reincarnations, moving through the points, the cycles of change, of transformation, of everything that you need to learn. And many different lifetimes you have learned and moved forward through opening your Merkaba naturally. Now you are opening your Merkaba consciously, deliberately. You are seeing the points that have come through unconditional love, and you are coming into the center point of this. This is what you need to know. This is the most important point of understanding right now. For this is you consciously moving into ascension. This is you consciously transforming your world. This is you consciously moving into the next stage of letting go of everything. And while there is chaos around the world, and you stand within your unconditional love, within your Merkaba, within the transformation of your physical vessels, rejuvenating, regenerating, transforming, and feeling the legacy that you have lifted up the whole of humanity with through all of the generations that have been, through to all the generations that are to come. You open your heart in oneness. This is the place that naturally everything unfolds. This is the place of the peace that passes understanding. Do not pay heed to all of the chaotic agents of what you could call the darkness that are trying to get your attention, that are trying to fill you with rumors of war and rumors of negativity and panic and fear and hatred, trying to pit you against each other. Do not be pitted against each other. Do not listen to these things. Rather, come into your core, for the kingdom of God is within you, and you are that divine kingdom of God. You are the darkness and the light. You are the divine drama. You are the center point of all things. And the agents that are trying to hold down humanity will be burned up in the flame of the Christ. This is the fire. This is the fire that was promised at the end of times. This is the end of times. This is when you recognize and understand what your Merkaba is. It is the realization that all time is in this 0 point. Your past, your present, your future. Everything is a creative dance that you are moving through and opening up so that all may benefit. And in your joy, in your creative wonder, in the choice of where you are going, you benefit all beings. Do not let anybody perturb you. Do not let anybody hold you back, for the dark ones are trying to take your focus. But they are also servants of the light. For there is nothing that the omnipotent divine oneness cannot do and is not a part of. Therefore, let go of fear and worry and recognize that as you open your Merkaba and you become the oneness and you have the experience of the divine unconditional love flowing through you, that you are a conduit for the transformation that is happening just now. And within your individual life, no matter which life you have chosen, no matter which vessel you have chosen to incarnate in, no matter which drama that you wish to unfold within your own life, and by drama we mean the experience of life, the experience of all of the connections that you're opening to within the construct that you have decided to incarnate within this lifetime with. You are limitless, and you're opening up to your limitlessness. Feel the power of this as you expand. Feel the power of this as you recognize your oneness, as you recognize the joy that is opening up within you, and you allow yourself to dance. In this place, you let go. You let go of everything that has held you back, all of the frustrations, everything that has held you back, that has tested your patience, everything that has held you back, that has brought you into a place of condemnation of others, or of the system, or of anything that is around you that has brought you into any point of fear. Now you're recognizing the way of the divine Merkaba. This is the way of the Christ. It is the way of the Krishna. It is the way of the Buddha. It is the point of peace and power and potency. In this center point, you are all things. And this point of your expansion, this point of your individualized structure, this point that you are letting go of the shackles of fear, the shackles of self-imposed and what may seem like outside imposed negativities, are let go of fully. And you're coming into the point where you explode as the sons of God. This is where you are now. This is where your next step opens you to the transformation that is ascension. We welcome you into the Galactic Council and all members that are recycling their experience, their soul experience, their different bodies. We welcome Clara into the fold of the light. As Clara has been incarnated many, many times, a bodhisattva, back once again to shine the light of love, to experience and express humanity in its fullest sense. This is the essence of life. Transforming, recycling, experiencing new experiences over and over, allowing yourself to forget what has been before so you can discover new experiences within this new vessel. Feel the power of this as she opens her heart to this new experience, the new humanity, the new power, the new limitlessness. And as we open our hearts to this energy now, as we open our hearts and accept all beings in the oneness, the whole world transforms. Feel the potency of this and the power of this. And recognize that as you stay in this space, as you stay in the space of your divine Merkaba, as you consciously spin this energy, as you consciously open your hearts to the divine oneness, you come to peace. You come into your power. You come into your transformation, and all beings around you are transformed. This is the ascension. And no matter what your journey is, no matter who you are, where you have decided to incarnate, the power of the oneness is upon you, waiting to be activated, waiting to be accepted, waiting for you to step into your power. You're ready for this. We have given you all the tools that you need in the Clarion Call, the Healing Book, and the Galactic Council books. You're ready for the next stage of your physical ascension. And many of the new physical vessels, many of the new souls that are incarnating, are already switched on, have this switch ready to open their pineal gland, to drip the divine nectar, to allow the bliss of their existence to transform all around them. You're at this point now. The linear time that you have chosen to incarnate is the most potent and powerful time that your species have ever seen. This batch of humanity is ready for this. And as you begin to understand how to use your Merkaba, how to use your divine galactic vessel, as you begin to understand your ship of light, as you begin to understand the potency and the power and the connection to the Galactic Council and all of the different species that surround your planet, eagerly awaiting you opening up, you will transform everything. Be bold in your visions. Be bold in what you project onto this life. Have fun with this. It is the excitement of the new life. It is the excitement of the new joy. It is the excitement of the new hope. It is the excitement of the next stage of your transformation and your transfiguration. As the Master Jesus stood on the mountain at his ship of light, as he opened up to the column of light, and he connected with the Galactic Council. So too are you ready to stand at this place and transform all things. Let go of the husk of negativity. Allow your divine self to understand these messages. For there is a subtle decoding that is happening within your hearts as you come into the understanding and the example that has been laid before you. You're ready. Feel the power of your hearts open. Ephasa. It is done. I am Archangel Metatron. I am with you always. All is well. Be at peace. It's quite a blissful one. How's everyone feeling?
On top of the world.
Mm.
Give thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Robin. Blessed love.
Unmute your mic. Sharon, mic. This gives us hope. The world is in turmoil. So
Yeah.
this gives us hope.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I was talking about the to not listen to the things that are trying to pull you down. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, we're building a new world together. Yeah. Yeah. It was quite I went really deep, felt really deep in the energy.
Oh, Sharon has her hand up.
Okay. Need to unmute your
No.
mic, Sharon.
Yeah.
Not yet. I'm just taking it in.
Okay.
It's just a fuzzy picture. Greetings to everyone, and I am in honor and in praise of Archangel Metatron. Thank you so much, Robbie,
Thank you.
for all you do.
Oh, I love the balloons.
Yeah, because it's like this is like a party, you know, like people go to
Yeah. Woo!
parties.
It's my birthday on Tuesday as well, so this is my early birthday party.
Woohoo.
Woo!
Awesome. Yeah, I did notice like my tears, not tears, like water was coming out of my eyes, even like from the start. I think so. As I said, I was on an acupressure mat before and I did like a little breathing activation with some healing. But then when I got on, I wasn't sure if it was the baby, like joy, but like my eyes kept like kind of like leaking, but it wasn't strong. And
Yeah.
then during your then I got off the mat and then during your channeling, it kept going. And then I was like, oh, I know it's not my eyes. Like, no, I'm releasing something. So that
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, yeah. That's a lot of the time that happens when I'm channeling as well. Like I'll come out the channeling and I'll just be soaking, like my eyes will they'll just be drenched with tears. Yeah.
oh
Not
wow.
like I'm not going.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just like a waterfall, because the way that the emotions happen, it's like, and it comes through you. But you feel like you're in such a safe space that
Yeah.
it's like, you just, there's no consciousness of it happening. It just flows sometimes. So I know what that means. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know the state that you were in. Yeah. Very powerful.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Great reassurance. It's like just when I think I'll need to transcribe that one as well. I keep saying this and then I end up putting it on YouTube because I don't have time. But I think that whole thing about just not allowing your attention to be taken into fear, you know.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what it is, if it's the media or if it's, some sort of message that they're just trying to provoke and, evoke fear, it's like just keep just spinning your Merkaba, whatever it is that keeps you in that bubble of love, because then you get directed to the right place and the right time and the right people and the right vibration of what it is that you're meant to be doing anyway, because sometimes, the things that are projected onto you are things that you can't do anything about anyway, in the moment. You want to help people and be compassionate and be, concerned or considerate, but if you can't do anything about it, and the best thing to help everybody is to stay in that blissful place, well, why wouldn't you? Yeah.
Robbie, is
Yeah, I
this
think
recommendation for an empath?
Yeah, I mean, really, I think especially the more empathic, the more love that you hold, or the more that you flow through, the more empathic you become. And the there are the powers that be. Metron was talking about the dark ones, and the dark ones, even the dark ones, still being in part of the light, as far as like God is omnipresent. So, so God is the dark and the light. So, when you recognize that the it's just an evolution that is happening, and that they're necessary in order to bring you into the place where, as an empath, you don't let yourself be taken, or your focus be taken into fear, which lowers your vibration. Yeah, exactly. Because in that lowered vibrational state of fear, you can't really do anything about anything anyway. It just cripples you. It just brings you into a place of, like as if you're frozen, and the more empathic you get, the more that you can feel everything. So you having some blinkers on, as far as your Merkaba and the divinity part of your existence, you know, like unconditional love, it helps you not be held down or, you know, be frozen in that way, you know. So yeah, yeah, yeah. And then everything
Thank
that
you
you're
so
meant,
much.
sorry, I beg your pardon. Yes, you're very welcome. And so
Just
everything,
thank
sorry,
you.
thank you. It's the delay. Yeah. So everything that you're doing, every project that you're doing, everything that you're, you know, every person that you're meant to be interacting with, so that it's not, so that your focus is not taken away from it, and so that you can, you know, the more that you can beam that love, the more that it just naturally everything unfolds, you know, and you affect people and things in ways that you never ever thought that you could or imagined that you could, because it's not, it's the divine energy flowing through you, you know. Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about, but I'll need to transcribe it.
Thank you very much. Marinette seems to have a question.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Maybe like it's something kind of I want to like unpack or like just release, and then if anybody has any, I don't know, feedback, you know. So I think my struggle comes from like being. No, I don't want to say struggle. No. Okay, some of my concerns come from like being open-hearted and wanting to give everything and too much, and then it's like I realize I get depleted and being strategic. So sometimes I'm like, wow, you need more strategy, girl. Like you can't like you got to be smarter about this. And I think sometimes I'm conflicted with like, so then I get kind of afraid of like speaking too quickly or agreeing to things too quickly without being strategic. Because I think sometimes like I see how I could, I guess, do more or be more like in a better position if I was more strategic. But then I also don't want to get into like, I don't know. Does this make sense?
Yeah, totally. And also I think you, because of sometimes being open hearted, you can as you let your words flow, sometimes I sometimes motor mouth and I over explain.
Yeah.
And then that over explanation is taken by other people, and then they hook on to what it is that I've said, and then they take the energy, you know, and then you're like, well, that's not what I meant, really, you know, I was just so what you're saying is it's like sometimes you overcommit to things through the right intentions, but
Yeah.
then it's like the energies take it, and instead of it being taken, you want to give it freely, and you don't want to be drained of it.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
So
it feels like almost like dingy, like I've just been kind of like used or something.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But there, that's where the discernment comes in, and that's where the regular practice comes in as well. Because, like Metatron always says, it's like you do not owe anybody anything. And
Mm.
what that means is when you're coming from an unconditional heart, you're giving to everyone. And if they're taking from you in that way, it's a control drama. It's not an unconditional thing. And it's not to say don't be compassionate or giving or loving, all of those things. But when it turns into a wrestle for your energy, when they're taking your energy without your permission, or when, like you say, when it's almost like as if you're being used in that way, that's where you have to cut the cords. That's where you have to be in discernment of your own energy, because you're giving unconditionally anyway. So they're going to benefit in the portion that God ascribes to them, if you like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're giving unconditionally, you're giving in the portion to which the divine says they need from you, instead of their intellect going, oh, here's a resource, here's a power that's here. Oh, I can keep draining this energy and draining this energy, and always have an intellectual thing to say to them to almost con them into taking their energy from them, you know. And
Yeah.
it's like that's part of that lower self that we're all able to be, you
Oh,
know. So it's not about judgment, it's just about recognizing where you're coming from, and you coming from that center place, so that there's no control drama, so that it's not a push me pull you energy, or you feeling like as if you're being conned or used, or, you know, underappreciated, and,
yeah.
you know, and taken from in a kind of avert way. It can be something sometimes. you know, when people are in that place and they're like, whoa, I'm getting a real buzz out of this. I'm going to keep this person's attention. I'll keep this person's attention. And then suddenly 3 hours later, you're still there and you're feeling all drained. And you're like, I need to go. I need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Just,
and sorry.
I just wanted, like, you don't, like, I just wanted to complete, like, what you just said, like, and, like, move on. But, like, I've been to birthday parties, and it's like people are wrestling over me. And it's like, I came here to celebrate somebody's birthday, not to give out, like, a psychic message. And then I think the term that you said, discernment, I'm going to apply that versus strategic, because I think strategic felt to me like I was being kind of, like, I guess, like
you were being cold.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
thank you, everyone. I'm complete. Thank you, Rob.
You're very welcome.
Thank
You're very welcome. But then it makes it easier for you to shine that light, because the goal of what you're doing when you are in that place where everybody's feeling that energy, they're seeing in you what their potential is for releasing that light. So it's like when the Buddha says, you know, when one candle, you know, turns on another candle, that candle doesn't deplete itself. It's just lighting another candle, and then another candle, and another candle. So when you're in the place where you're helping them open their light instead of just giving light to them, that has a knock-on effect for everybody. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the whole point and everything. People want your light, but what they're actually seeing in you is what they're capable of within themselves. So when you've done some clearing work on yourself and you've realized your divine core and you're feeling blissed out with divinity, that's them as well. Everybody's divine. And it's just about getting to that place where their candle is lit instead of them taking the light from you, you know.
Wow, that was powerful. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I have a question. This morning, I saw green lights and blue lights. I regularly see blue lights and green lights flickering. That's what I see. But there was an energy vibration going through me.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What was green lights flickering and the blue lights? I called on my mother and grandmother, so they were there. Blue lights and green lights. I think that was my grandmother and grandmother. Yeah. But the energy going through me, I just lay there.
Well, you did the right thing, you know, and it's like you're connecting, and it will become more and more powerful. Like the lights, I experience the lights in many different ways, and it's like you interpreting them because of what you've called on. That's what's coming to you. So yes, you're interpreting that in the right way. Yeah. And it says it will keep expanding the more and more that you just allow it, and just allow the energy to move through you. Yeah, beautiful. And just lying there absorbing it and communicating with them. And the more that you feel that, you will intuitively feel when you're to communicate with your mind, or whether you're to communicate with your heart, you know, or your whole vessel. But yeah. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yes, you were being connected with your ancestors and with those in spirit that love you. Yeah, yeah.
I have an ancestor corner. All the ancestors, Paladoma.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Very powerful. I can feel it now. I can feel it now. They're still with you. And the way that you see it, or the way that you experience it, will just keep expanding. So yeah, Yeah. And more so because Clara's there as well, because that's Clara's opening everybody's hearts, you know. So so your mum and your grandma and your ancestors are all just wanting to have a little bit of that experience, wanting to have a little bit of that beautiful new joy, So yeah, yeah.
Clara.
Yes, I just wanted to say
It,
quickly.
You see there?
You speak.
I was it was also Obon ceremony in Japan like
Ah,
yesterday,
ah.
which is a great celebration of ancestors.
Yeah,
So
beautiful. That makes sense. Last night I had Yashubi. One of my guides was a samurai in past lives, and yesterday Yashubi came through on quite a few of the different connections that I was connecting with, which was unusually so because he's usually in the background. So that makes sense that was a ceremony yesterday. How beautiful!
yes, how powerful.
Mhm.
Thank you, Robbie, for that beautiful message. Thank you, Metatron. It was really beautiful. And I feel like since the Lionsgate 8-8 that things have been shifting in a more positive, lighter, because it's really been intense. It's really been like I've
Very
been
intense. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've had to rest a lot.
Mhm.
And I don't know why, but I'm just like I need to lie down now. I was juggling
Yes,
and different intensities. However, things still feel amazingly bright at the same time. Like
yes.
because I'm shifting my where my money comes from, the financial flow, it because I'm starting my own business and I'm taking time off work to do that. I'm like really tight financially, but I'm still coming like I'm still feeling very abundant even
Yes,
though
beautiful, beautiful. Yeah.
yeah. And so
Keeping
yeah, my angel cards still reflect like you have abundance and delight and joy and all this powerful things and I'm like, "Oh, I need to make my bills soon."
mm, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the
yeah.
reality
It's
balance.
beautiful. Yeah. And keeping focusing on that. And every time that you can pay a bill or every time that you can, that you fulfill an obligation or every time that, you have an opportunity to do that. Because sometimes I think we can get caught in our mind that, oh, that money's gone now. Oh, that's we got less money. But instead, each time that you pay something or each time that you fulfill something, it's like bless that, it's like say thank you for that. Thank you for me being able, having the opportunity to do this, having the opportunity to start this business, having the opportunity to, make that turn into that and turn into that. And I know that these are seeds that I'm planting that are going to grow and going to grow with unconditional love. It's like the more
Yes.
that you stay in that place and see it happening, the more you'll watch it unfolding before you. So that's exciting, So yeah,
Yeah.
that's blessings for your new business. That's how
Thank
wonderful is that? Yeah.
you very much. It's been a process of like keep going from other people's information of what I need to study into going into my heart and seeing what I want to create from there. Like I've learned a
Exactly.
lot, but
Yeah,
I really
exactly.
want to create it from my heart rather than what someone else says or the copy for using on the website and everything. It's
Everything.
been an
Yes.
interesting process.
Wonderful. And just embrace it. Embrace that it's flowing through you because that's your unique part of divinity. That's your unique
Mhm.
kindness.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're very welcome. That's exciting. And yeah, and always and keep, still keep learning, but it's like the more that you're coming from that flow from within you, the more joy you feel, the more you feel like a fountain. That's what they talk about it being a fountain. It's like the fountain of you. It's that's your uniqueness. That's your joy. That's your dance. And all of the other things, while it's good to keep mindful of them and to keep like knowing when. Do you know what I mean? You don't want the electricity to turn off.
Right.
You know,
Right.
keep on top of those things as in you, that little part of your head, but let the majority of it be joy. You know,
Yes.
and the dance and the excitement of what's coming next, what new client is here, what new person can I serve, how can I serve them in the best way, how can I help them light their light within them the way that my light is, I'm feeling the bliss coming from me, you know. And the more that you do, the more it'll have a knock-on effect. So you're doing it, you're doing it, it's exciting, you know.
Oh,
So yeah,
thank you.
you're
Yeah.
welcome, keep going, it's exciting. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Keep breathing in that bliss. And the more of that bliss that you breathe in, and the more you're in that place of gratitude, the more that everything just unfolds the way that it needs to. And you're led to the places, and the people come to you that are needing help, or you know, whatever it is that your path is before you, you know. And
Yeah, that's
then
beautiful.
your focused attention, your focused presence, your focused love is that communication with them as a divine energy, because there is no Robbie, really. You know, there is no Kai. You know, there's just one energy expressing itself as me for a while, as you for a while. You know, and the more that you come into that point, the more expanded you are, actually. You know, the more that you can serve better as Kai, the more that you can serve better as Robbie, the more that you have, it's like things come into more of an ease, because you're not, as they say, you don't sweat the small stuff as much.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I'm a very like general person. Like I don't go into details. It doesn't uh it I yeah. I
Yeah.
just like simple and profound. That's
Yeah.
where attention is, like
Beautiful.
the cosmos
Yes.
in through your words. You know, like
Yes.
even when I speak, I really want to speak to their soul, not
Yes.
to so much to their personality. So
Mhm.
it'll be interesting.
Yeah,
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful. You're doing it. You're already doing it. So
Okay.
just keep going. Just keep going. Keep opening your heart. Keep spinning your Merkaba. He was mentioning that as well. I think that was because there was a few, like this week, there have been a few different people that have. I posted something on some website about opening your Merkaba, and there was a lot of people that were saying this is an artificial construct, or they were talking about the daisy of death, or something, some way to stop people from accessing their power, and some kind of negative rhetoric. And I think that's what Metatron was addressing. It's like this. It's not artificial. like, like your Merkaba is part of you. You are. It's a divine meeting point between spirit and matter. That's what it is. It's a mechanism of the divine energy of spirit and matter. And you are the matter right now. And you
Yes.
connecting with spirit in that center place, the active and the passive side between spirit and matter, is your Merkaba. And it can be activated through any tradition that has unconditional love as a central tenet. So
Yes.
there are many spiritual traditions, and everyone that sees unconditional love as a central tenet, you can activate your Merkaba with, because you can't activate it without love. So yeah.
That's beautiful. And I respond more to love these days. Like
Mm.
I feel the love from a book, and I get more interested or less interested depending on the love I feel from
Yeah.
things. So that
Yes.
yeah, it's powerful.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Bring in the love.
Exactly. And if that's your guide, you'll be led to whatever it is. And whether it's like, you know, some books you'll get one page, and it'll be that one page that you resonate with, and that one page is the one page that's written with love. Or sometimes you'll get a whole book and you'll just be sitting in bliss while you're reading it, you know.
Yeah.
And if you let love be your guide in that way, you can never go off the path, or you can never you know, the path is there anyway, but you will never feel as if your vibration is lowering. you know,
Yeah.
the more that you just have that as your guidepost. Yeah.
Good compass.
Yeah, it's your compass, exactly. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's give thanks, Robbie. This is Sharon Oshun from Jamaica.
Hi, Sharon.
I'm on the Mount Kailash Rejuvenation Center here in St. Lucia.
Oh,
And,
wow.
I'm
Wow.
providing media coverage for Justice and Healing Conference.
Beautiful.
Yes, so the whole mission is to provide healing of the nation on a global level, this conference. And they've had about 20 Bobo Shanti and Nyabingi priests from all over the Caribbean that have come to praise, to chant, to read their hymns, and to send their message out with the drums, of course, reaching the ancestors through incessant, constant drumming. And it's been an incredible experience. So I want to ask you, now I'm on the mountain and so close to, it seems, the heavens, as one would say. We have a new book now from Temple of Inner Peace called Theoism, Critical Thinking for the Open-Minded. And in this book, what we are speaking about, the Akasha, we've discovered the Akasha to be above the ethers, to be a place of unconditional love and potentiality. And we want to ask you a little bit more about what the Eastern philosophy, when they say the Akasha, it is the same thing, according to our research, that the Christians are saying, the Book of Life. How can we go and open the Akashic records easily and effortlessly?
Well, the Akashic records is when you open your Merkaba, you access your own personal toroidal field. Now, your toroidal field is there anyway. It's the energy that surrounds you. It's your aura, right? And as you open your Merkaba, you access your own personal aura or your own personal toroidal field more effectively. So that's about you, what your journey's been, how you've expressed yourself within this divine energy. And the deeper that you go into your Merkaba, the deeper that you go into the oneness experience, the more you tap into the toroidal field of all things. Because there's only really one toroidal field. There's only one toroidal field, and that toroidal field has multiplicity, and so that you can have a subjective experience, but it is only one. So as you're tapping into your toroidal field, the deeper you go into unconditional love, you tap into the toroidal field of unconditional love. And the toroidal field of unconditional love, in its purest sense, is the Akasha. So that you access all records from that place. And you can't access a record that is not relevant to your journey. So if your journey is as a keeper of the Akash, you have more, conscious opening to the whole, if you like, in that tradition, like the Book of Life, right? So the more that you become your Christed self, your Krishna self, right? The more that you open yourself to that, the more awareness you have of the Akash in its completed form. But it's already here within you. And you're seeing that, you're feeling that on a micro level, as you're opening that to your own personal Akash, and then you feel that on the macro level as you fully come into that place of your Christed self. So it's very, very complicated in the form of everything that's ever gone on. But it's also very, very simple in the way that you can access it.
When I
And
get
what
downloads.
Well, exactly. It's like downloads. It's like what it is that you need for your journey. Like you being at this conference of Kailash, because Kailash is the holy mountain, You know,
Yes, it's
so
named after the holy mountain.
yes, I made a poem actually. I am the Tao. It was called. I'll post it in the thing, and I put a picture of Kailash in the poem. There's a line: "I am the mountain and the stream. I am the sun." And I put a picture of Mount Kailash in the poem. I'll post it in the comments. But yeah, so you are the Akashic records, and the more that you work on your own opening for yourself, the more you become privy to the higher energies of the fullness of the Akash, you know, or the fullness of the Book of Life, or the fullness of who you really are, which is that eternity, that eternal self. But your ephemeral self, you're here to have the journey within that. You know, you're here to have that personal, individual, subjective experience. So, you know, how you open up to that, it's not just about a record of what has been. It's the access to your limitlessness, so that you can write a line, you know, so that you can write a poem, so that you can create and put your stamp upon the Akashic records. That's what you're here for. Partly it's about reading the Akashic, if that is your passion, you know, if that is the passion for you to help open others up to their Akash. But you're here to write the Akash. You're here to create the Akash. You're here to put upon this earth that unconditional love that will flower the whole planet, that will flower the whole species. You're here to write the Akash.
I found my voice as a poet, and I feel that I've been there writing the Akash from that time until now.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
thank you so much for
You're
this
very
awareness.
welcome. That's wonderful.
That's
What wonderful, that book. That looks beautiful. Yeah.
And you're hearing the rains from the mountain now. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, beautiful.
Heavy rains.
Yeah,
Give thanks.
beautiful, beautiful.
Blessed love.
Thank the Lord for the rains. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Give
thanks to Metatron, beloved.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Hey, Robbie, this is Raheem.
Hey, Raheem, how are you?
I am so magical. I just want to thank you and Metatron for all of y'all magic and wisdom and wonder. And I do have a question as well. At this point, Offset, also Isis, has been coming into my frequency very, very, very intensely.
What has been coming into your frequency?
Offset, Isis.
Offset. Okay.
And she is just a really loving, protective force right now. But also, I know that she is here to guide and support me and teach me some new things, specifically around magic and working with the earth, working with sand. And I just would like to know if you know any insight or resources that I could use to find more information of her stories and her experience as she embodies.
Well, the sand leads into your resources is within you just now, right? So what I would say is the sand is leading you to your dream. Your dream is leading you to the sand. So the energy of that sand, and you utilizing that as you, because I am seeing the Sandman. I am seeing the energy of the dream state that is trying to communicate with you in a deeper way, and there is a lucid energy that's for you, Raheem. So this is about you programming that lucid part, and you being aware of what it is that you're connecting with. So that power is upon you, right? So those synchronicities are going to increase, and there's a scary part of facing the blank page, because you think as if you're am I just making this up myself? But the energy that's here is uniquely Rahim, right? And there is a twofold point in this. There is your creation of this, and there is your extraction of the images and the working with the Sandman. You working with the dream state energy, and that being lucid, and you creating the lucid circumstance so that your reality becomes more pliable and more exciting as far as your journey and what excites you. So there's lots of different things that's here, and you interpreting the zeitgeist. This is you as an artist coming to the next level of your challenge. It's like you had plateaued at a certain point, and you're being this symbolism of the sand and your lucid energy, and the next stage of your connecting in this way is you connecting wholly. So what that means is the 24 hours in your day will be fully utilized. So that 8 hours or that time that you spend in the dream state is going to be brought into your waking state as well. So everything is, it's like, it's really exciting. Yeah. So that resource is not a resource of somebody else, like a website or a thing. This is about your resource within yourself. And the courage symbols that are there around you are about you trusting in yourself and knowing that you have the creativity and the connection and the center and that point of creativity to take that to the next level. So this is uniquely Rahim. It's very exciting. Yeah. Does that help you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Blessings.
You're welcome. The sand is so pertinent to this time just now, and partly it's the sands of time of saying keep moving forward with it. It's not about like urging you on, but it is you recognizing the gift that you've been given of this time and the dreamscape that's here with the Sandman. That's very powerful imagery. Yeah, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Are we all questioned out?
Rahim is special. And I mean that by his creation and his jewelry, and he's my spiritual son.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
very powerful. And the next level of his bravery will open up great creativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's already creative.
Yes, so creative. Beautiful. And just trusting in the path that you're moving forward on is this the next level. It's a next level of knowing that how it is that you're projecting that in will be accepted by those ready to feel that vibration and be lifted up. Yeah. Beautiful. You're doing great work, Rahim.
Thank you. Now that was a word. Because I do experience moments of doubt of others being able to also see my vision, and it's big, and I'm learning to allow myself to dream and vision bigger.
Yes. Beautiful. Yeah. But then once you've done that, once you've done all that you can do, release it. Release it to the universe. Release that seed to grow. Yeah. You're doing good work. Wonderful.
I might have a resource for you for someone that works heavily with ISIS.
Yes, please.
Beautiful.
So There's a channel that I follow on YouTube called Roseology.
Yes,
It's a woman.
astrology.
Oh, do you follow her as well?
I do. I just got into her.
Yeah, she's
There's a
fantastic,
beautiful
and she works a lot
synchronicity.
with ISIS. Right. Yeah, she's amazing. She has a Patreon as well, and I think that you might be able to contact her directly. And I know she's worked heavily with that goddess, and she has some videos on her as well.
There's an affirming of that synchronicity, and affirming of you just getting into her, Raheem. That's a pointer on your path to say, yes, you're on the right track. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
But remember, the greatest resource is within you. So what it is that you're bringing, you'll be have pointers to form, and you know how to bring this to a different audience, maybe, or an expanded audience. But remember that the creativity, you know, keep trusting yourself, Raheem. Yeah, keep trusting the energy that's coming from within you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I receive.
And thank you, Shauna, for that.
Yes,
Beautiful.
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Robbie.
Thank you. That's perfect timing for Raheem. Yeah.
We've started a little bit 9 o'clock. So that's early. We are going to 10 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going to have to go anyway. Are we at 10 o'clock just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10:30.
It's 10:17.
10:17. We've gone over. Are we holding you back, Tonya?
Oh, no.
Okay, I have to let everybody know you're being recorded. Sometimes I forget, but I just looked at the thing there. So you're being recorded, so you may end up on YouTube. Is everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, baby.
Sure.
It just says there in the top right, so I just have to tell you.
I took
Beautiful.
a screenshot too with Tanya, Robbie, and me on the screen, so I didn't have to ask permission because I know you guys are cool with it. So I'm gonna post it to my Instagram story.
Perfect.
Oh.
Perfect. I'll put it up on YouTube once this is once it's downloaded and I've checked the sound. So perfect. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you so much for coming. And how beautiful that we had Clara here. How beautiful that we had the baby here at the meeting. How beautiful is she?
Yeah. She's so
Stunning. Yeah.
Robbie's PayPal is on the event page. So directly PayPal Robbie.
Okay, instead of you, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll look for it on the event page. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I'll have done, this vessel will have done 51 solar returns on Tuesday.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh,
I am entering Area 51.
I'll reach out to you on Tuesday.
which is very apt with all the alien contact lately.
Mhm.
But thank you very much, everybody. I love you all.
Thank you,
I'll let you go,
Robbie.
and I'll stick this on YouTube. Thank you. I love you all.
Unconditional love. Peace.